As we continue our F2P starter set series, we now engage Rot, Heretic, and Goblin Stage 3. Here we are level 50 but only 2-star, not 3. We want to delay farming activities, such as farming for leveling crystals, as much as we can. In Rot, we realize that you can't use positive runes without being 3 stars, but since we can take it on, we show it. In this vid, we have a lightning and fire team. Hey guys. Nizzy here. Before we continue, please consider clicking that like and sub button and all that YouTube jazz. In Rot, since we are not using epics yet, we have to have Fritz and Enna to handle the debuffs. Note, all our heroes are using resist chests. We just can't handle the sheer number of debuffs otherwise. As before, Fritz absorbs the debuffs and then Enna removes one. If you don't have them scrolled, you can't do it every cycle, and that's where the resilience of your team comes in. They must survive long enough for the next time that Fritz and Enna take care of their debuffs. Hexandra is here to provide that survivability, but if you have Furbeth, so much the better. Litalis as always debuffs the enemies to set up Sigrid's ULT, but also to provide additional healing debuffs since we specifically don't want that. Sigrid as mentioned is the hammer in our team's anvil and is used to deal the most damage to the boss. As mentioned, the whole team have resistance chest armor. In Heroic, the first stage is a joke when our team is level 50, so we will mainly cover stage 2. Since we want to reuse heroes as much as possible, we try the same team in Rot, and it works. Enna and Fritz again takes care of the burn debuff, although the extra healing Enna provides here is equally important. Hexandra has her usual healer role. Litalis and Sigrid are for healing prevention, and since there are baby phoenixes, Sigrid's auto-targeting of debuffed enemies is good here. Timings here. It's the same as the ones we use in Rot. Timings are this: 17 seconds for Enna and 16.5 for Fritz. 17 seconds for Sigrid and 16.5 for Litalis. Goblin Run. Stage 4 is a piece of cake at these levels. It's like how Goku dealt with Frieza when he first became a Super Saiyan. So our roster is of course Sigrid and Litalis, for the very same reasons as before. If you want a Dauntless team, you can exchange these with Haug and Emerald. Irina is also here for AoE DPS, and provides additional debuffs for Sigrid's ULT. Megan is here because we want her to supercharge further our ults. Livia is here to tank, but one that has a good AoE skill. As a bonus, we also show our team taking on Vortex. It's good to start early and get those worm arrows. Believe it or not, we easily reach the first damage milestone, and even get a decent amount of damage past that. We tried all combinations of non-epics and Legos, and what we show is what did the most damage so far. Hexandra of course for healing. Irina for secondary DPS and ATK debuff. We have Vana because I experimented in having more Dauntless heroes and figure she can boost them, but turns out she's pretty decent in dealing damage herself. Yagnats is the other Dauntless that specializes in single targets. We need to import a tank from the ice roster, namely Loris. There are a couple of tanks a bit more sturdier than him, but he has an ATK debuff which is a must in big single targets like Vortex. And check out my other vids.